I'm sure there's various ways of getting this off, but what I've been doing is I just take a long pry bar and work it at the top, just gently, and at the bottom, back and forth. Just slowly work it off. It's not on there too good, and then with that off, your inner bearing and seal are right here. So I'm replacing the seal, but at this point you could either replace your outer bearing or well, we're about to press the seal out and get to the inner bearing, but I'm sure there's different ways to do it. I've just been using the press as of late, but I'm sure if you're gentle enough you could use a piece of wood and gently tap on the bearing to pop the seal out, or use something to pry the seal. But what I've just been finding success with is I use this other axle spindle nut socket that I have. I literally just put 2 extensions on it, and I just use that as a press because it literally fits perfect on the bearing down in there. So let me get this set up, and we'll just press the seal and the bearing out. There you go. There's your seal and your bearing. Let's get the... My bearings are fine, so I'm just going to clean them up, but at this point you could replace either bearing or your the seal in my case, which is leaking. So let's get this cleaned up. We'll throw it back together. So we're just getting ready to put everything back together, and in the manual I think they specify, I can't remember if it's for used bearings, but I know they say if you're doing new ones to pack them with grease. I've never done that, but I think it's probably not a bad idea to, I've just been using some gear oil or this like Lucas oil stabilizer because it's so thick. I usually just fill my bearings with that. And then I'll put down the actual part number for the seal. I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but it's there, but I'll also put in the description as well which seal I use. I always get confused when I'm putting it back together. I never pay attention to how the old seal came out, and from time to time I often forget how to put it back in. But at least on mine there is a, it'll say oil side, and that's the side that goes in towards the bearing. So mine says oil side here, so it'll be facing in against that bearing. Just gonna get this run down, then we'll go through the torquing steps. So now that we have the whole assembly back on, we're going to be taking our torque wrench and we're going to be torquing this adjusting nut to 55 to 65 foot-pounds. And again, we're on the driver's side of the truck, so we'll be turning left to tighten. And then once we reach our torque, while torquing, you also want to be spinning the assembly. Once we reach our torque, we'll then proceed to loosen this nut and you'll hear it ratchet or click. Now if you've replaced your bearings, you're going to want it to, while you're loosening, you're going to want it to click 5 times. If they're the used bearings, like me, then you'll be listening for 8 clicks. I'll write this all out and I'll also put it in the description as well from the repair manual. So we just reached our torque. Now we're gonna proceed to loosen it until I hear 8 clicks. But like I said, it might depend for your application if you have new bearings or used ones. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll just get our axle shaft reinstalled and top up the oil. So now I'm going to torque it. My manual calls for between 60 and 80, so I think I'm just going to split the difference and do 70 foot-pounds. With everything adjusted, now it's just time to put the drum back on, and if you had to, probably readjust your brakes now. Especially if you had to loosen them quite a bit like I did.